What's up? What's up? This Richie Rich, man, back in the building. We doing a positive show with some brothers tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother D in the building. What's going on, D? Introduce yourself. Shut up, people.
Salam alaikum, bismillah rahman rahim. What's going on, family? How y'all feeling tonight?
Hopefully they doing great. They doing great. And we have no other than Danny Glover, a.k.a. Mr. Glover.
Hey man, how y'all doing, man? I'm so excited about this topic because it's fun. And I'm more about fun than anything else. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Rich, for inviting me, man.
Hey man, you always get an invite. Both of y'all brothers, man. You know, I hit y'all brothers on the side, man. We always talk, we always talk the talk, you know what I'm saying? We walk the walk. Y'all stand up guys. That's what I like about y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. It's messed up what happened to the brother Kobe Bryant, man. Rest in peace to him, his family, and all 9 people that was on that helicopter, man. It's a sad day in America, bro. If we're gonna stand up, we're gonna stand up for Nipsey. We gotta stand up for Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Let's try to keep it moving just the same way we did with him. You know?
Right. But so before we get started, do you guys know who all was on the plane or what?
Well, they said 9 people. I heard from what I'm hearing, it was Kobe, his daughter, one of his daughter's teammates, and a basketball coach, a baseball coach. And
wow.
I mean, I just don't know everybody that was on there, but they confirmed that they was going to a basketball practice, I guess. So he was catching a helicopter, you know.
It just don't seem real, man. Still, it doesn't seem real.
Wow, man.
Yeah, man. I first found out in the grocery store, man. This lady was talking about it, and I'm like, she on some bullshit.
Right.
I went straight to my phone, man. I was like, man, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Wow, and I heard he was worth 500 million. I think he leaves one other daughter and one wife.
Well, I think he had 3 or 4 daughters total.
Yeah.
So,
but the lady he was married to was that one of the daughters that was on the plane? Because I know. All right, so I see. So, wow, man, that's. Whew.
Yeah, I don't think he had no outside kids. No, I think everything was in house. You know.
Wow. But when you think about it, man, that's a very good, lead-in topic, because what we're talking about today, the things we should do before we die, and it amazes me when people say I've done everything. Man, I can think I could talk till the morning on this subject. There's so many things, man, I want to do. My father died at 47 years old, man, on Christmas morning. And I'll tell you something, man, interesting, man. They say the mind is very powerful, man. He kept saying, I'm going to live. I've been here every if anything I remember about my pops is how it was very important to him to be with his children on Christmas. And he would always say, I'm going to be here till Christmas. I'm going to be here till Christmas. Man, come Christmas morning, my daddy died, bro. So, and he was 47 years old, 47. And so, man, life is precious. And many times I don't think I take it for granted, now, because I wake up all the time and I go to bed every night and I be like thanking God for the things that I don't think about. Meaning, like, I thank God for, my handle problems with my Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So I say, thank you, God, for the things that I don't think about. Like, we ain't thought about our left elbow. But if we had problems with it, or it had to be taken, or it had to be, we had to have it removed or something, we'd be thinking. So I thank God for the things that I don't think about every day, man. And like I said, my pops died at 47, bro. I don't know about you guys, but I have so many things, man, in life that I want to do and achieve before I check out. And I kind of feel like I need to get on the ball, you know?
Mm.
And we all, as black men, we all know too many brothers that done died. We got cousins. If I asked y'all right now, what cousin died, what uncle died, we can all pick somebody that died in their 30s, bro. We can all pick somebody. So we don't have time. I don't have time, to really be, worried about small things that are not important, man. Those things ain't important, man. I look at the centurions all the time, the people who live to be 100. And I say this, man, when you start listening to those people who've lived to be 100, and you start asking them, you can get on the internet and you start asking them what is important. I listen to what they're talking about. I listen to them people, man. And a lot of things that we're worried about, 10 years, 15 years, we ain't gonna be worried about those things, man. So, this is a good topic, bro. It should make all of us as men think about how valuable life is and the things that are important. Is somebody gonna kill themselves tomorrow because of what? Child support. Somebody gonna jump off a bridge or shoot themselves. And we have suicides every day in the States. Over nothing, in my opinion, that we should be focused on. There's so many more important things we should be focused on, than, some of the things we worry about. There's somebody out there about to catch a heart attack or about to worry themselves to death because they don't got the right car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have the right house, or they, or whatever. And all of those things kind of, man, ain't important, man. I don't know if you guys believe in God or whatever, man, but our brother Kobe is gone at 41 years old.
Man, he was younger than me.
And that's something to think about.
I ain't even know he was younger than me. I couldn't remember that, but that's crazy, man. Speaking of guys committing suicide, man, I used to work with a guy, and his brother committed suicide because of child support, man. Straight up. Yeah. Straight up and down. He was like, man, they was already taking like 800 from him, and he had another kid, and they was gonna do 1,400. He just felt backed in the corner. He felt like the women was doing him dirty and this and that, and he blew his brains out, man, and all over $1 over some money, man, and just like we talked about earlier, D, in the group, man, some people value money. They worry about, well, where's his money going, or where. I mean, at this point, Kobe don't give a damn about money. Money can't help him. He would trade all the money in the world. He'll be a poor man the rest of his life if he can exchange that for his life or even his daughter's life. He would do it, because money ain't everything, man. I know we have financial goals, but man, your health is number one. You know what I'm saying? And I know we always take it for granted sometimes, but we gotta focus more on that too, man. But what you drinking over there, brother? I know there's water, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I was trying to get in and get out without getting caught, but you caught me.
Go ahead, bro. Hey, this is beer, y'all. Look, this is to help my cholesterol. You know what I'm saying? And to flush me out. That's why I'm drinking it. You know what I'm saying? One beer ain't gonna kill me.
That's right.
But anyhow, you want to chime in on that, my brother D?
Man, you was on it. You was on it, Rich. Everything you say, man. Man, that's a rough situation there with the Kobe thing, man, because it's so unexpected. And we know his family is set up for life. But a lot of us who's not in that same predicament, we don't think that way. You know, we think about now and not our kids and shit like that. So we don't get insurance policies. We don't have investments. We don't set up wills or trust and things like that. Some of that stuff we need to get in order because you know, our day is coming. You know, it's not thinking that, but I know on the flip side of that is that some of us is working check to check. So we don't think that far in the future. We just living for the day, you know, about putting money to the side and 401ks. I remember a job I was working at doing auto part supply. I knew a young brother, and he didn't even have kids. He didn't want to give his money to contribute toward the health plan or the dental plan. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked at that as money leaving out. But that was something he needed because he wound up having some dental issues, but he didn't have no insurance. So I just think we need to take a step back and look at our financial situations and put that in perspective.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've been thinking about lately, man, and I've been thinking about this like all week, and I need to do better with my children. In reference to what we should be striving for. And I thought to myself, you know what, man, when you look at a life, when you just look at a life, like, what is the most important thing? You know, and in my mind, you know, I want to give my kids happiness. That's way more important than money. You know, I want, you know, if I could give my children anything in life, if I could teach them any lessons, the lesson would be happiness. I don't think that money is really tightly intertwined or inextricably linked. Money is solely inextricably linked to happiness. You know, because think about it. If I could be a poor guy, but happy, and a rich guy and sad, I'd rather be a rich guy. Let me tell you this story. There's this guy, and he goes fishing every single day. And so he's in this third world country, and these guys come up to him, and they go, hey, man, you know, man, why don't you do it? He's pretty young, like 30-something years old, and he catches all these fish, and he fishes every day. And he basically has so much fish, he gives it away. And the guys come up to him and say, man, you could live a better life, man. You could be rich, you could be wealthy, man. All you have to do, these fish that you're catching is expensive. Let's create a business, and then in 30 years, you can retire. And he looks at him and he goes, so what you think I'm gonna do when I retire? He gonna be fishing and giving them away. You know, and so my point is, I think, just my opinion, I think I'm striving for happiness first, more so than anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there are variables to happiness. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, it's difficult to be happy when you can't go to the dentist. You know what I mean? However, I think happiness for me is probably at the top. And I want to, you know, before I check out, before I hit the bucket list, I want to convey to my children as much as possible to try to strive for living a happy life first.
Somebody got some background noise going on. Like somebody watching.
Nothing here.
But we reruns and shit.
Yeah.
That was you? Was you
no, it wasn't me.
Nah, that probably was me. I was in this jazz documentary, man.
Oh, okay.
That was that old Louis Armstrong shit.
All right. Roger Young, We're gonna have more shows on that, man. I was trying to get some more people in here about different businesses and investments and stuff like that. But man, you know how it is, man. You know how that go. So we're gonna try to get that going also, you know. Those be the lowest rating shows, but it's cool though. As long as I hear one person, man, that's all I'm concerned about. You know, one person. You know, we had the trucking show. We had a show on credit. Also, you know, I was trying to get the brother E.D. and Cole on him about the business credit and stuff like that, how to establish businesses. But hopefully we'll get that going later. If anybody got any business opportunities, investments and stuff like that, good ideas on the show, just hit me up, roll the tape at yahoo.com, roll the tape at yahoo.com, hit me up, and we could do a show on that, you know. So definitely. But yeah, man, so I don't know which one of you brothers want to go first, man, and talk about your goals or future goals you got set in life. You know, where you trying to go. Where you see yourself like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What's your goals, man? You know, which one of y'all brothers want to start off?
I'll rock with it.
You go.
Oh, my fault, man. Was you gonna go, brother?
Go ahead,
no, you go.
Okay, man. I'm trying to create streams of income, residual income, man, where I can I'm able to do what I want to do. I don't care so much about clothes or cars and all that, but I want to be able to, if I want to go get me 5 lobsters, I can do that and it ain't gonna hurt me. If I want to go take a trip to India, it ain't gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me. It's not in terms of gaining material possessions, but just being able to have the freedom to do what I want to do. So I'm trying to invest in some real estate. I've been reading up on doing stock investing and bond investing and stuff like that, so I can have some residual income coming in.
All right, so you really not concerned with like a brick and mortar. You just want some streams of income coming in and stuff like that, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So what's gonna be like your end game once you get this going? You got these streams of income. So where would you go from there once you got this stuff rolling in?
I don't know. That's a good question right there. I didn't never look at it. I never looked at it like as an end goal, but just enough to supplement the things I want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But it seems like sometimes when you achieve certain goals, then like once you get that money coming in, is that gonna make your life complete? I mean, are you gonna be complete with that? I mean,
well, I got my woman on my side, so she's included in that. So I'm not that. So I think that's the thing. Maybe if I could bring my children in with the business, that might would be good. But for now, that's where it's at right now for me.
all right. So you see some wedding bells in the future, man. You see some wedding
Oh
bells?
yeah, absolutely, man.
That's cool.
That's good, man. That's cool. Good. Any more kids?
No.
Damn, you said that quick.
I got fixed.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay then. All right, that's what's up, man. Hey, that's what's happening, player. Danny Glover, I know you got something to tell me.
For me though, I think I retired out of Marine Corps, so I feel
Semper Fi, brother. Hoorah, hoorah.
Semper Fi, hoorah. I don't feel wealthy or anything like that. And I'm not, be honest though, bro, and this might sound very paradoxical for a lot of people. I ain't even really interested in like money like that no more, man. Like, I know that might not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been thinking this week, how can I secure my children and the people who I love around me? You know, so in that instance, I'm thinking about, going back to doing some investing and stuff to help the people around me. But I'm kind of okay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be, some people, want to be millionaires, like I just said earlier, the first thing for me is, I want to be a better person. I want to be nicer to people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave this planet and have had a positive effect on this planet to people. I mean, there's an old saying, it's not how long you live, it's how you live long. You know what I'm saying? Look at Martin Luther King, who died very early, and he affected positively a lot of people. Look at Malcolm, look at Elijah Muhammad, look at the people. So for me, the money is, I'm not even, I do want to help some people, so that's the thing right there, especially my children. So I think this year I started off saying, man, I'm focused on my children. But that being said, but we started talking about what do you want to do before you die? To me, that's much more exciting, and I'll say this. I wrote an article years ago in college, and it was talking about, and I did it on my YouTube channel, the longest study ever done in the history of America on men, and how men can live a happy life. And I'll say this, one of the most important variables to happy men is having good relationships with other people. You will rarely find a happy person that doesn't have good relationships with other people. That is necessary. It is very important, so where do I, I would rather, I can answer the question, where would I want to be in 5-10 years? I just want to be a better person. I am not trying to be the richest person. I know it's going to sound crazy to some people, but, I just want to be a better person, be a nicer person, affect people much more positively, but in reference to what we talked about though, Rich, that's the thing that I'm really excited about, what kind of things I want to do before I die. So I'll leave that, because I have to answer your question. In 5 or 10 years, I want my kids to be in a better situation. I want to be a better person. And I think that those type of things, if I do decide to get in any business or investment, it's kind of like the secret. It'll manifest itself. I don't see it hard to make money or, that kind of thing. All I have to do is just manifest itself, but I'm not there yet, in reference to that's my priority right now.
That's what's up. Right.
That's right.
You wanted to add something, man, or you?
No, I agree with my Marine brother right there. He hit it right on the nose, man. Everything he said was right in his exact.
Right. Shout out to Markel TV for the donation, man. Y'all check them out. Go over there, subscribe. Markel's TV.
Yes, sir.
Military veteran.
Yes, he gets good. He get good information too. He got real good information over there.
Word up. There go his page right there. Y'all click on his name. Go over there, subscribe. Now, I give y'all my testimony. And I'm not going to give it in no particular order, man, because I think everything is important. But, yeah, health is going to be most important. And I need to take care of that, and that's a battle I struggle with. You know what I'm saying? My health. Right now, I think I'm the heaviest I ever been. But you know what? I went to the grocery store today, and I'm meal prepping for the week. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to do it. I didn't get a chance to do it today because actually, man, I had to go to the hospital. My grandmother was in the hospital, man.
Oh
She's
wow.
90 years old, man. And I always tell my family, I said, Grandma, you know, she gonna outlive everybody. You know what I'm saying? She's still with it. She's still going. I mean, that's the first time she ever had to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it wasn't that serious. We thought it was, but it wasn't that serious. But they just holding up for a few days. But some of my goals, man, you know, for 2020, definitely to drop some weight. I know Sabi, you be getting on me about it, you know, but I'm working on it, man. It's hard. It's a battle, bro, you know. But what I'm trying to do is I ain't gonna front. I want to be a millionaire. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my goals. That ain't my top goal. Because I don't spend all day worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to be in that category. And not just to say I'm a millionaire. I just want to be in a position where I don't need for money. You know, I don't have to work no more. I want to be financially free. I want a money machine. I want my money to work for me. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And some of y'all know I'm in the auto business, so my dream is to own my own shop one day and have a superb manager that's gonna run it for me. Well, I don't have to be there every day. Of course, I'm gonna have cameras and all that, but but you know, you want a money machine that's gonna make you money. And one of my goals too, man, is before I leave this earth, you know, and we all don't know when, I want to set it up, man, where my kids have a strong foundation to build off of, man, you know, whether they take over the business or whether they inherit a nice amount of property or, you know, money. I want them to start off, you know, with that silver spoon in their mouth, man. You know, I don't want my kids to be like, you know, wanting for something, you know, daddy died, didn't have a will, you know, so that's one thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that now. You know what I'm saying? But I do got brothers and sisters, so you know, I definitely got people in my corner, but I'm gonna go ahead and set me a will up, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to get this bag. I know a lot of you guys out there, y'all want to get married, but that ain't really one of my goals, to be honest, man. That ain't one of my goals. I got friends now. They always get on me. They try to set me up with people. Like, oh, you need to get married. I'm like, yo, that's not one of my goals. I feel like right now I'm good being by myself. If I find the right person, I will do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Kobe's situation now, right? He passed away, but he got a solid wife in his corner that had his back. She had his back through a rape case. You know what I'm saying? The average woman, not through cheating, through a cheating and a rape case. You see what I'm saying? So if you got that kind of chick in your corner, man, she worth marrying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have been took half and left him a long time ago. You know, and been straight, regardless if he had a prenup. So if that type of woman run across that type of woman, I will get married. I will have a prenup.
But Rich, you know what's interesting though, and I'm not trying to encourage you to be married or not married or whatever, but when you just like look up the top 50 people, the richest people in the world or whatever, it seem like everybody married. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But go ahead, finish.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree. Yeah, that a woman in a relationship, a woman kind of gives you balance. You know what I'm saying? She kind of keeps you, you know, into your religion. She, you know, a good woman. She gonna keep, you know, she gonna make sure your finances is right. She gonna make sure you groom right, looking good. You know, she gonna give you that balance. She gonna take care of the kids. You know, that little stuff, man, that you need in your life. So I understand that, but I'm fighting an uphill battle, man, here in America, trying to find a submissive feminine woman. It's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Especially living in the metro Atlanta area. It's a challenge, man, especially with all this stuff on TV, social media. It's very hard to find a solid female because there's so many options. Instagram and all these sites got big girls feeling like they celebrities. They got 2,000 followers that be like liking their stuff and ooh, you fine, baby. All in the inbox. So this is tricking these women like, oh, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes giving them money just for nothing. So it's tough trying to find that soulmate. I'm not gonna focus on that right now. You know, now if that lady comes across, I do what I gotta do. But that ain't what I'm focused. I'm focusing on right now. I'm gonna focus on my health and finances and being a father to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Those are my goals. My oldest son, he's committed to the military. I don't have to worry about that situation. I got a little one, so I'm trying to make sure they both gonna have something when I leave this earth. And that means a lot, man, because I see a lot of people when their parents leave the earth, they don't get nothing but headaches. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like that. I want my kids to have something. I want them to say, damn, you know, I got this brand new car because dad, you know, he left us some money or you know, he paid for my college. Or, you know what I'm saying? I want something for the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely something I want to do, man. You know, so I do have life insurance and all that set up, you know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to get them some cash, you know what I mean? But
right.
That's my goals, man. And that's what Richie Rich trying to do.
But, you know, I want to tell you something interesting. I don't want to sound like I'm recanting.
Go ahead. No.
This is an interesting statistic here. You know, although, you know, you can find a lot of the wealthy men are married, but when you look at the wealthy women, like, for instance, I think the richest guy right now in the world is Jeff Bezos, Amazon guy, right?
Right.
And his wife is one of the richest women in the world. She's the richest because of a divorce, you know? Yep. And so you got all these women in the world that have gotten rich as a result of their husband. You just don't believe me. Just look it up on the internet. So it's kind of, I don't want to, you know, kind of like, you know, I'm just saying most of the men who are very wealthy are married. But then when you look at a lot of the women who are wealthy, they're wealthy because of divorce and their husband dying and things of that nature. So it's kind of funny when you think about it, you know. But, you know, but Rich, since you had asked me, and since you were the last person to go, so what's on your bucket list?
What's on my bucket list as far as what?
Things you want to do before you die.
I want to get financially free. I want to own a body shop business. I want to be able to leave my kids a lot of damn money. I want to set them straight. You know what I'm saying? Those are most of my goals, you know. And I want to lose some weight, man. I want to be able to go on the beach, you know what I'm saying? I want to go on the beach.
And how old are you? And how old are you, Rich?
I'm 42. So I'm winding down, man. You know, it's crunch time, baby. It's crunch time around this joint. But I mean, I'm a real simple guy, man. Like, you know, I own my house. I got different things. I got a pretty new truck. You know, I got all the little small stuff, man. You know, it's just getting this finance straight where I don't have to worry about money no more. Create this money machine. And that's like some of my main goals. And I think my relationship with of course your relationship with your kids and your family can be better, you know, but I feel like I have a healthy relationship with them. And I definitely need to have a better relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and deny that. I definitely need to improve on that. I think we all do though.
Yeah, you right. Yeah.
I can't believe. I mean, like well, I would say this: the things. Go ahead, Rich. Somebody came in.
Brother
What's up,
What's
Demaine?
What's going on? What's going on? How the good brothers doing?
Good,
All right, brother.
good.
Good.
Go ahead,
Good to
finish.
hear. Good to hear.
We'll let
Well,
Jermaine.
the things I want to do before I die are like thousands of things. I want to fly over Kenya in an air balloon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
I want to
yeah.
get in a. I want to get in a cage. I want to be perfectly safe, of course. Look, I ain't trying to do nothing dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get in a cage where the sharks can't get in and just go down there and look at sharks. That's pretty safe. That's pretty safe. I want to drive a NASCAR. I want so many things I want to do. I want to at least rent a castle in somewhere one night. You know what I'm saying? And like with 100 rooms. Just for 1 or 2 nights or a weekend or whatever. And then not only that,
Let me interject. But see, a lot of that comes with financial freedom. If I don't got to work a job, man, you know how many trips are. I'll be like the man right now. I'll be somewhere in another country.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be like you. I
think the main thing for me, and I know some people may give me flack for this, but I just want to have 3, 4 wives, man.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Really?
Hey, finances.
Right. I understand that.
If you had 3 or 4 wives, how much more money would that cost you?
Exactly. But you know what, though? I will say this, though, man, and this is going to sound kind of funny. It is some broke people that, I'm not broke, financially, I'll never have to work again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't living rich, but I ain't got to work again. But there are some broke people that got wives. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let the main talk, man.
What's up, brother? What's going on with you, Sensei?
Hey, man, you know me. I was just getting ready for tomorrow, man. I finished winding down my classes about like 9 something, and I got a new job offer. I got to move to another city, so I ain't gonna be able to be in Medellin.
What?
Yeah.
Where's the job offer at, man?
It's called Cucuta. It's in Cucuta. It's a border city next to Venezuela.
Oh, wow.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you work. So it's gonna be like a Colombian pay.
it ain't gonna be U.S. pay.
Oh man. So okay. Well, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
But I was still.
But Demaine, I have a question for you, though, Demaine. Like maybe do you think that like, I don't know if you heard earlier, but is your, like, what I'm getting at is your happy, how can I say this? Or is your happiness, a lot of people just want pay, and then they just forget about their happiness. And is that a variable in your life, your lifestyle, and how that you live a decent life but you're happy? You get what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of got my words convoluted, but I think you know where I'm going. Okay,
so let's see. When I was working, the last time I was working, I was making 6 figures, but I wasn't too happy. That was 2007. Let's see, my last job when I wasn't working for myself was 2017. And I was making, like they say, 6-figure salary. But the problem is, in corporate America, no matter how good you are, because of your skin color, people always gonna try to undermine you, or just stuff I didn't want to deal with. So I got to a point where I was setting up where I can, be self-sufficient. And I'm not making the money I was making then, but I'm more happier than I am making that kind of money. And I'm not saying I'm permanently out of corporate America. I'm not saying that, but for now, I'm creating my lane where I can, be a little bit more free than having to be in corporate America dealing with stress and dealing with the little pettiness.
Yeah.
So I'm happier.
I understand that. I
Making less
understand
money.
that.
D, you with us, man? You look like you froze up there.
Yeah, I think he froze.
Yeah, he froze.
I'm far from the retirement age, but
Yo,
there you go.
What's the name? I'm looking it up as we're talking. What's the name of the city, Jermaine? I've heard of that city. What's the name of it?
Cucuta, Cucuta.
And there's a lot of Venezuelans there, right?
Yeah, it's a border town. So it's a border town. It's on the border of Venezuela and Colombia.
Is this a job you're doing because you just want to have something to work on, or is just is?
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to just, it's going to give me more experience working in a classroom environment instead of doing tutoring online. And it gives me more
teaching English.
Yeah, I'm gonna be teaching English.
Boy, you right on the border, bro.
Yeah. It's going to be on the border. Yep.
Wow. Well, that'll give that you. I'm sure you'll have a lot of different experiences too.
Check it out.
That's interesting. That's interesting, bro. And you know how many people, Jermaine, would probably give up their corporate life to live your life? Really? There's people that are working in a cubicle somewhere, but they're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they live their whole life. They say, a lot of people retire, retirement age is like 65. And then, and then the average lifespan as a black man is very close to that. You know what I'm saying? And so, these people work all their lives trying to make all this money, and then they have very little time to enjoy it.
Exactly. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that.
Right. Because before we know it, man,
D got something on his mind. What you think about, Phil?
Nothing, man, nothing. My mind just flows, man. I didn't know this is Zaba here. You see the names on the chat groups, but you never know who is who. Like I know who the main is, and I didn't know this was Zaba.
Yeah. I don't comment a lot. I don't comment a lot, because I don't be commenting a lot in the group, but
I thought Zaba was a young cat. That's why I thought Zaba was a young cat.
That's why I don't be commenting. I'm too old to be talking about women all day and what do you call it? Mongering. I'm too old for that, man.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
I leave that to the young cats.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I ain't trying to. And then I ain't trying to brag on what I've done. This is too much for me.
You just want 4 wives, man. That's it.
I get look. I can say this, and I'm not afraid to say it. And I know some people may not like it, but I'm gonna say it. I remember when I was in school, and I said, man, I can't watch Jerry Springer, man. My intelligence that's beyond my intelligence to be doing some Jerry Springer stuff. I don't do that in groups because a lot of groups be on some Jerry Springer stuff. Yeah. And my intelligence, that's too far below my intelligence. Period. I don't have time to be talking about crazy stuff all day long.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's it. And I know some people don't like that, but Rich know who I am, kind of like, straightforward.
Right. I feel you, buddy. I'm the same way. I ain't got time to be on that Jerry Springer stuff.
Shout out to Mr. Dump, your boyfriend, man. He said he didn't say nothing, but shout out to your brother. If you got something to say, let me know. We'll shout it out. Got a question? Appreciate that support, my brother. You always support my brother. He's from the Bahamas, man. Any of y'all been to the Bahamas yet? Nobody been to the Bahamas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You been?
Yeah, I've been to some of the islands of the Bahamas also, you know, because, you know, that little tourist spot, you know, that's just one part of the Bahamas, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Where, you know, a lot of people go on cruises to the little main port, you know what I mean?
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I heard it's pretty. Go ahead, you got some? Go ahead, bro. Trying to get you in now.
Rich, what I was gonna say is, you know, we talk about what the goals is and shit like that, but we also need, I don't know, I know I ain't qualified for it, but maybe the other brothers is how brothers can obtain their goals. You know what I'm saying? Like their money making machine, where they're able to travel and all that other stuff.
Hey man, that's why we need people watching and they got some sort of business or they got some ideas, you know, step up, come on the show. You don't gotta show your face, whatever. We need ideas. Brothers need ideas. I mean, we gotta do more than get a barbershop and a car wash in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We got that covered. You know what I'm saying? We need some other ideas, man, you know, to empower our people. That's one of my goals too, to help empower the people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't
make money while you sleep.
Make money while you sleep. Shit. Hey, I do the auto body on the cars, man. So I need something to tighten up. I try to stick to the insurance job. I don't do the Mako thing, you know what I mean? So, brother Demain, man, what's up, man? What's your goals, man? What's your
But Demain, you gotta also include, you know, what's on your bucket list, Demain.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what's on mine later, though. Go ahead.
Okay, so well, my goals are to raise 2 sons into manhood. And then my bucket list is to ride into the city of Timbuktu on camelback.
Oh, I was with you till you said the camels, but yeah. I might try the camels. I ain't think about that one. I might rock with that though. I might rock with that. I like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's my bucket list. Get to Timbuktu.
Yeah, I like that.
Jamil,
on the camels.
This is the second time bringing this up. Yeah, it was a white guy on my live, man. He said, make the USD and spend pesos. You know what I'm saying? So make your money in America and spend it abroad. You know, live abroad. Asabi, you know all about that.
Yeah, they do. Because, you know, I try to live below my means. I still don't have a car here. Because the little money that I get, I'm bidding. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow night because I'm bidding on a property. You know what I mean? So, try to live. I'm trying to live below my means and just try to invest and, you know, like I said, help my kids at some point, man.
Where you at, Zabba?
I'm in Santiago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like it here. You know, I'm kind of like Demain, you know. I mean, I know Demain in Colombia, man. If I wasn't here, I always say, man, I could move to Colombia. Probably that exact city you talking about, Demain. Only thing about it is Demain ain't no beach there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, you're right. But there's no beach in Medellin or Cali or Bogota either. So, you know,
ain't no beach in Santiago either.
There you go.
No.
Shit, ain't no beach in Kentucky either.
You in Kentucky? No, but you know, I'm an hour away from Puerto Plata, and then there's a lot of other beaches you can go to. You know, so you in distance, you just got to get in a car or a bus or whatever. But you know, Kentucky has some beautiful mountains, though.
Fuck a mountain. No, I ain't in Kentucky. I'm just saying, just a matter of just getting out. You know, don't limit yourself just because you somewhere. You know what I mean? Because I got a brother, a brother I know. He's in Medellin, and that's why he said he didn't move to Cartagena because he said he didn't care about the beach. He said he don't go to beach. Like I'm in Illinois, so
Right.
everybody goes to Lake Michigan. You know, you go to Chicago to the beach and all that. But like you say, you don't go every day. So I feel that. You know what I mean? So if you ain't somewhere where a beach is, you don't necessarily have to move to Cartagena. You can go to Cali. You can go to motherfucking Bogota. You go to Medellin. You know.
But do you like living in the? Do you like living in the States?
I mean, shit. That's all I know. That's an honest answer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say I don't like it.
I respect that.
Yeah. But I'm open-minded to travel though. I'm not closed-minded where I won't travel to go somewhere. I won't upplant until I learn the area before I go upplant or move out.
All right, as far as my bucket list, I want to go to Egypt. I want to see the temples. You know what I'm saying? That's always been something I wanted to do. The Great Wall of China. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I already did Brazil. That's something I wanted to do. I got that one out of the way. I think I'm gonna tackle Thailand this year. So that's one place I wanted to go. Thailand got more. It's got a lot more to offer than what y'all think, man. Thailand got everything, man. Beaches, city. They got it all, bro. So Thailand is one spot, you know what I mean? Definitely gonna hit Cuba. So I'm not even gonna put that on my bucket list. That's going down this year. That's going down for sure this year. But hopefully, brother Jermaine can give me some insights, my brother. You know what I mean?
It's easier to get there than you think it is, especially from Atlanta. They have direct flights from Atlanta to Havana.
All right, this is an interesting question. If y'all want to answer it.
Yeah, I just saw that.
That's Ace Live or Passport Action. Passport Action is a cool dude, but in all fairness to the Ace and Mawa, they've been doing that shit a lot longer.
Yeah, that's funny. That's some funny shit.
But you know, I'll say this, and I'll just be honest. You know, I've seen a little bit of both, and that guy Mara, maybe it's just cultural. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm not really getting any meat with Mara. He'd be like, "Look at this, look at this. Oh man, this is great," and I'm like, "Look at what we just," you know. And at least the other guy kind of gives information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, man.
I would agree with Brother Sabo on that. I would have to agree with Brother Sabo on that. So that eliminates Marvel, but between Ace Live, Passport Action, Passport Action, he coming up. But I got, you know, Ace Live, my man. You know, when he was running through Columbia, we was running. You know, we were in videos. Richie were in videos. You know, Ace Live, that dude. You know, he the way he's portraying his videos, he's exciting like that. Plus, you know, he helped me get my channel off the ground. You know, he was giving me shouts out, and I was like, yo, that's my man. So I'm kind of biased. So I go with Ace Live.
And also with Ace Live, it looks like he's always trying. He tries to keep it upbeat, and he's having fun, and that's cool. Yeah.
What about you, D?
Man, I'm going with Ace Live, and I'm gonna tell you why. I showed my mama when he was over there in Vietnam. My man is on a scooter, a Honda Spree, driving through Vietnam at nighttime, talking about he done drove past shit on the street, looked like cobras and all this other shit. And I said, God bless him. My man going on canoes through back alleys, rivers, and creeks and shit like that.
Word.
He like an Indiana Jones, man. Ace Live, hands down.
He's an Indiana Jones.
Oh, shit.
Ace Live is the man, brother.
Well, I'm gonna say that I respect all three of them brothers. Passport Action, I respect his hustle. He came up quick. And I know the work that Ace put in and Mawa put in. Them guys put in some serious work. You know what I'm saying? They probably got over 400-500 videos, man. You know, they've been in that shit for a minute. I respect both of them. But, man, I know Ace personally, man. And this is one of the realest dudes I met in this YouTube, in the WhatsApp, and all this. Ace is a genuine dude. He inspired me to start my channel. When I saw this brother, I said, man, what this young black dude doing in Colombia? Like, what the hell? Like, what is he doing out there? Like, Colombia?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit, I ain't know nothing about Colombia like that. So I met him. Well, I didn't meet him, but I had reached out to him. We had talked. You know, his channel, he had like 200 followers then. And I took my first trip to Colombia, and I met Taylor Made Dreams out there. But Ace inspired me with his Colombian videos to go there. Like, I would have never went to Colombia if it weren't for Ace. So shout out to that brother. Shout out to Passport. And Marwan did a live with me for those.
Yeah, Marwan get it in.
He had 100,000 followers when he did that live. So shout out to him for coming to a small channel. And he did a live with me. Hey, you know, he took time out here today. So shout out to that brother too. You know,
but Marwan ain't never coming back to the Dominican Republic.
No. No, sir. No, sir. He ain't coming back down.
Boy, that brother was like, they about to kill me up in here.
Yeah, man. So,
this is wrong.
That was an unfortunate situation, man. Oh, man. You know that. You know, hey, that was unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. You know, I wish that wouldn't have happened to him because, you know, I mean, it's like anybody. If you go to Chicago and they rob you or they beat you up, I mean, that's what you're gonna be thinking. That's your first time going.
Yeah. That's funny shit, man. That's some real shit. Cause my girl, she her sister was married to this dude from Chicago, from here, and he brought her here. And when they visited, they got laid down. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker came in the spot and broke her down. That's wrong with his part. He shouldn't have had her in that situation. That shows what kind of guy he is to me. That shows his character. But he got laid down. So when she come, everywhere I go, I'm going to the suburbs. I'm not taking her to the cities. You know what I'm saying? That kind of. But I just don't understand it.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you what I think in reference to who has one of the best channels as far as travel, as far as, you know, an African American, is that guy Passport Heavy, man.
I ain't up on him.
He got robbed in Africa.
You missing out if you ain't seen his channels, man. His channels be like a little movie, bro.
I think
he got a whole team, look like, man.
He's sponsored though.
I ain't up on him, right? I ain't up on him or Passport Action. So when that came across, I didn't know them. I watched Passport King. I know him, but I didn't say I know him. But I watched this shit. But I ain't up on Passport Heavy or Passport Action.
What you think about Passport Heavy, Domain?
Yo, he was like one of the original people. He was like one of the originators of the game, yo. He like, yo, plus like you said, he got like a team, yo. His stuff is top notch.
This shit is like movie, man. It's like a movie, man. It's not even fair, man. Like
he's like Hollywood level right now, man. I'm hood, he Hollywood.
Yeah.
He said he spent like 40,000 on his videos, man.
There you go.
Damn.
But you talking about paying a film crew? You talking about paying 1 or 2 females that's with you all the time? You talking about booking helicopters and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but I think he got like other streams of income, and then a lot of times he seems real honest. He talks about, you know, how people will sponsor him to come stay at places because he's showing it off and things like that. But that guy is top notch, man. It's amazing what he does on his videos, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, he might be spending 40, but hell, he might be getting 42 to do the video.
So, but isn't one of those girls his girlfriend that always be with him though?
he don't never say, man. But you know, I don't know about that. But hey, he don't never say, man. Folks be asking all the time in the comment. But hey, I don't know. But I love that video they did in Legos, man. That was dope. Like showing Africa and like that, man. That was up, boy.
But that was his brother in Legos, right?
Yeah, his brother go in the videos with him. They look sort of alike, but he's smaller.
Man, and then what kind of camera you think they be using, bro?
Man, they using real shit like shit you put on your shoulder.
look like a bazooka on their shoulder, they brought.
They using professional Hollywood cameras, probably using a red camera.
But Rich, man, I swear to God, man, and I'm just not blowing smoke. When you did the video in Cartagena, it was really cool, man. The clarity, and I think I asked you what camera you had, and it was really cool. You were moving a little too much, but other than that, man, that was a cool video in my opinion. I enjoyed it. You were doing nothing but just like looking around, walking, but I enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, man. I just got me a drone. I just got it today. So I'm about to step my video game up when I travel, man.
Yeah. And also Domain.
All the donations.
I be learning some stuff from your videos, bro. I be looking. And it's really cool because how many brothers, really, African American brothers, are actually teaching Spanish? You know what I'm saying? And so, I have to give you a one up for that because that says a lot. That speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. I guarantee you, man, if you just keep it up, you'll probably get a lot more subscribers, man, because there's a lot of people want to learn Spanish. And sometimes, I don't know who the other guy you have, but sometimes it's kind of funny because of the acting. I mean, okay, so you try to put little skits in it, and that's kind of cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's cool.
Well, y'all did some good videos, man. But how many damn YouTubes you got?
I be laughing at that dude because he can't act worth a dang.
How many YouTubes you got, man?
Only have two.
You got the Andalus Learning Center. What's the other one?
The other one is the Limitless Nomad.
Yeah, the Limitless Nomad. But you sent a video the other day, and it was on some other. Let me see, man.
Yeah.
I ain't know about that one, bro. Limitless Nomad. I'm just subscribed to the other one. Oh, man, I see somebody else on here that says Limitless Nomad.
Well, that's like a pen name of mine, Mansa Musa.
Oh, that's why he even wanted to go to Mali.
So that's 3 pages, man.
No, it's 2.
All right, we're gonna check your video.
Nah, I just subscribed to Maine. I didn't know you had that other one.
Thanks.
Hold on, man. This man got 3 pages. Don't even know he got 3 pages. All right, y'all, check this out.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's cool, man. Hey, when I saw it, I was like, that brother having fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got more. I got a lot of.
It's your page?
Yeah, that's my page.
So this is another one, man. So Musa. Oh, you changed the name?
Yeah, the name is kind of changed a little bit. I gotta fix that because it shouldn't be 2 different names like that. That's the same page though.
Oh, same as Digital Nomad.
Yeah.
Where's that at, Cali?
Yeah, that was in Cali, the Feria de Cali.
Who's that brother right there? You know him?
Yeah, you know who that is. That's Slide Bike.
That's Slide TV. Oh shit, that's Slide TV, y'all. All right.
Hey, is Sly cool, man?
Yeah, yeah. You know he in DR now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow, he in Dominican Republic now.
Oh, he be sneaking off, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Don't be getting me for copyright.
Nah.
All right, what is this? A carnival?
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
was
a festival?
this was the Fair Day of the Cali when they had this. This was the back street on the street parade. They had the street parade going down the main, and then they had other streets where people were walking up and down. And they were just having a street fair, party, music, food, drinking.
Damn.
And
That's a lot.
they had that crazy foam spraying everywhere.
Oh,
So
they
I
be
had to be
spraying
very
you in the
careful.
face, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had to be very careful with the. I had to be very careful with the camera on that. This was the Fair Day of the Cali. I kept trying to get more footage, but every time I turned around, somebody had a bottle of foam. So you're about to see me get sprayed.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I got sprayed up with that foam floating in the air.
Yeah, I seen them spray a guy in the face in Cartagena, man. They doused his ass. I was like, man, I told them kids, y'all better not hit me with that shit. Oh, they spraying it in the air. Okay. He ain't get you in the face.
Nah, he didn't give me that much.
A lot of Venezuelans in Cali?
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot everywhere. They're doing like the service jobs though. A lot of service jobs.
Hey, you tore that food up, then?
Yes, I did. I tore that bottle up too.
Hey, me and my son were dying on this video, man. We dying on this shit, bro. I'm gonna put the link.
Hey, y'all need to make that a meme right there, bro. Hey, look, you just having fun, man. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's right. But you know what I'm thinking though, man? Now that I know where you're going, I'm thinking to myself, like, things are gonna like maybe change for you in reference to your perspective. And then another question I have is, how have you been there so long and you hadn't gotten
visa?
No, like gotten into a serious relationship?
I mean, I was just like, really, I was focusing on what I'm doing, like my tutoring, teaching online, editing videos, and seeing where I want to find myself. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, right now I'm in Medellin, and I went to Cali. I was like, yeah, so once I hit Cali, I'm gonna find somebody who I'm, get in a serious relationship with. But
I thought you was going to Cucuta.
This was in December.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, but when I got to Cali, I have fun. That's when I shot those videos, the ferry to Cali and everything. But then it came to a point where I was trying to book my Airbnb, and then a couple of spots, they were being shady with me. And so I just said, you know what? I got more friends out here in Medellin, and I came back to Medellin. So when I was originally in Medellin first, I was like, I'm not really going to try to look for nobody serious because I'm going to be in Cali. And then when I left Cali, I was like, okay, so I'll probably find somebody serious. And then a couple of weeks ago, I got the interview for the job. So now they say, okay, well, the posting is going to be in Cucuta. So I'm like, I know I'm leaving to go to Cal. I'm Cucuta in a few days. So I'm not really like trying to pursue nothing serious if I'm going to be in a different place, because I ain't going to be traveling back and forth doing that long distance thing. So when I get to Cucuta, since I'm going to be there for at least 3 or 4 months, then I'm going to try find somebody to be in a serious relationship with. But I'm very picky, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was married once before, and I'm very picky, so I'm not going to just jump into something quick.
I see. But let me ask you this: what's the rent like? How much does it cost to be in Kukata and all that? What's gonna be your costs?
Yeah, Mr.
Well,
Dump,
this
boyfriend,
place
he
I got
died,
here.
man. Go ahead, bro.
You said what?
He was asking, did
This
Kobe
place that I
die?
got right here. This place I got right here in Medellin is $450 a month. So I'm figuring Cucuta is a smaller town, so I should be able to get my monthly cost of living under 400, around 350 a month for everything, for my rent and my utilities and Wi-Fi, everything.
Including everything, right?
Yeah, that's including everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about what I'm looking at, about 350 a month. I got to start looking on Airbnb now. I was looking at a few, but some places they don't have hot water, some places do, and that gets on my nerves. That the first thing they're going to tell you is, well, it's an average temperature of about 70 degrees. We don't need hot water. I'm like, no. That water is not coming from the sky. It's coming under the ground. That ground is cold, and that water is cold.
Word.
I can tell you, living here in Santiago, just for the brothers who might be interested in cost, and I'm in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm paying, total. I'm kind of in your situation, man, and it's safe. It's, I got water, got hot water, everything. Got ceramic tile and bathrooms, and I'm paying probably total I'm paying less than 4.
Less than what? What'd you say, brother?
Less than 4 total. That includes. I can tell you exactly. I paid paid 10,000 pesos for rent. That's about less than $200.
Right.
And you got electricity, internet. The electricity is, and it's 2 air conditioners here, so that's less than probably $40 a month or whatever. So, and then you got water, which is about $25, in electricity, and I run electricity all day, whatever, and that's about $60 a month. So it's probably less. It's probably around $350, $325 total. That includes everything. Includes everything.
Oh,
you know
wow.
what I'm saying? Yeah, give or take. Yeah, because after rent, all I have is internet, water, and electricity, and television. But all of that ain't no more than $100. So it's probably around 3. More than 3. It's no more than 3, and that's crazy. And where I'm at is very clean. It's very, everything's tiled up. Granite countertop in the kitchen. It's cool. Well, it's clean.
I was gonna say this apartment that I'm in now, it's on the 20th floor of a 22-story building.
That's why you're a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the 4th floor without a elevator. So that's probably why it's a little bit higher there. But I'm sure you're safe though.
Yeah. Somebody listen. Hey, somebody gonna try to scale up the 20th floor to get it come through a window. They could have. I'm gonna hand shit to them. They're amazing.
But think about that for a second though. You're on the 22nd floor and you're paying less than 20th floor and you're paying less than $500. That's cheap.
Yeah, and it's a 2-bedroom. I was trying to get a 1-bedroom, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but that question real quick. Let me answer that question.
What question?
What that brother watching over there? Chinese movie?
Yeah.
What you watching? You need to turn the camera on that, man. Let us see what you got going on, bro. A Chinese movie?
Yes, sir. Hell's Wednesday.
I remember that one.
All right, let me see that joint.
Whatever the woo was pumping, I'm rocking.
So you ever thought about learning karate?
I did it when I was a kid. I took karate when I was a shorty.
What you got up to? Yellow belt?
Hell no, I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit.
Huh?
Nah, I ain't even get that far.
Yellow belt is the next one up, man. All you gotta do is like this and move your stick.
that was that bullshit. Old boy won't promote nobody. Sensei, seafood, they wouldn't promote nobody.
I know I took that karate bullshit when I was young, man. That shit was so boring, man. I wanted to kick a nigga in the face. I didn't want to kick nobody. Like, when we gonna kick somebody in the face, man? Oh, it's defense. It's defense. What?
I think any motherfuckers born in the 60s and 70s, they took that shit. That was the way it was back then.
You took it too, man?
Yeah.
I did too. Took Shotokan. Hey, but you know what though, Domain? Since we've been talking, I've been looking up this city, bro. Its mug look clean than a mug. I ain't never been there, but just looking at the pictures and the videos since we've been talking, it looks very clean. The Kukata looks very clean, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. There's a couple of people that have been there. They just said don't go near the border crossing because it's dangerous. But I'm not planning on going to the border anyway, no time soon. I'm just gonna go there, learn the city, and do my thing with the teaching, get the experience. And then, that also helped me get the visa. They're gonna help me get a visa to stay here.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
So if you teach, that's why you gonna do that shit. I knew it was so.
But real quick, somebody asked about getting the certification. Yeah, I did get the TEFL certification online. I looked on Groupon and it gave a discount, so I didn't pay that price they were asking for. I just went to Groupon and looked for TEFL certification, and it gave me the coupon. I mean the code to get a discount. So I did that, and then once I got that certification, I was put that on my resume, sending out to people a lot, because a lot of places were like, first started looking around, they were like, yeah, do you have TEFL certification? I said no, but I went ahead and got that online, and so now they can say whatever if they say, well, you have this, you have that. Yes, I got it. I got everything that they require.
So you hey, shout out to somebody just hit me with the cash app, man. I don't want to say their whole name, but Felder, shout out to Felder, man. Appreciate that, man. Got a question, just post. Yeah, man. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Damn. Getting old, boy. Getting old. I'm getting up there with Zaba. Somebody wanted to know how old you was, man. Oh, fitness and travel. Man, you know what? I need to do a show with you, man. See, maybe you can show me how to drop some pounds, man. Fitness and travel, y'all. Go subscribe to his page, man. I think he just started his page a little while. Y'all check him out.
I've been sitting here looking up like there's a site called Numbeo, Numbeo. It is very accurate. It is super accurate. And what it will do is you can punch in your cities and you can look at average pay. You can look at crime statistics. You can look at everything. I'm looking up the average monthly salary in Kukata ahora, since we've been talking right now. My mind is going, okay, I'm looking it up right now. And the average monthly salary in Kukata right now after taxes $200.31.
Dang.
The average cost of a 3-bedroom in the city center is $200. So it looks like you're gonna be, being able to probably go down in what you have to pay every month. But anybody who doesn't know about this site really should, because I find it to be very accurate, because you can do your own city, like you could do Atlanta, or you can do whatever, wherever you're at. And you'll see it's pretty much on point. It tells you how much a head of lettuce costs, how much a car costs, childcare, apartment, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. So I kind of trust the site. So that looks pretty cool, bro.
Shout out to Mr. W boyfriend, man. Question for the panel, man. I mean, I think this is an easy one, but Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, best ever. And y'all put them in order, man. Put them in order for me, D. I want to hear from you, D. Put them in order.
Who? Kobe?
I mean, Mike.
No, did he say? Did you say Mike?
Mike is number one for me. Mike, Kobe and LeBron, man, that really fucks me up. I gotta go. If I go on numbers, I'm gonna put LeBron in Kobe.
Who has had the most points? Who has had the most points between LeBron? That's a fact. That's going to be a fact. Who has had the most points between those two?
Kobe was
LeBron.
I believe LeBron has passed both. LeBron just passed Kobe.
Yeah.
But Kobe was past Jordan too.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Right. Both of them. But the thing is, Mike went to college for 3 years. Them niggas went straight from high school.
And Mike retired too, twice. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. Yep.
I would say LeBron, Michael, and then Kobe.
Yeah. I'm from Chicago, so I ain't gonna never do that.
LeBron better than Jordan? Do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What about you, DeMar?
Jordan, LeBron, then Kobe.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about it earlier, man. So I'm gonna give y'all my top 6. Starting off with LeBron, number 6.
What? Put that brother down to 6.
Hey, look, where my damn list at? Hold on. Go ahead, leave with left it around here somewhere. But I think I had LeBron, number 6. I had Shaq, number 5. Number 4, I had Jordan, number 1. Kobe was number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Magic. And y'all guess who my number 2 was behind Jordan?
Wilt Chamberlain? Bill Russell?
When you said Wilt Chamberlain, you close.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem.
You got to. Motherfuckers don't never give him no credit, man. Kareem was a motherfucker, man.
Right. Kareem was that dude. Kareem can play in this league right now, man.
Hell yeah, all day.
So I don't know if we know the statistic, but who would you guys say percentage-wise has been the best shooter in NBA history?
I'd say Steph Curry.
Kareem probably got the most points, but I say percentage.
Steph Curry.
I don't know, but it's interesting.
Somebody can Google that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to Google it. I want to say Kareem got the most points. All right, Kareem got the most points. Karl Malone, LeBron, Kobe, Michael Jordan, Dirk. All right, as far as field goal percentage,
either right, Shaq or Steph Curry.
Listen to this. Kareem is 55.9%. Michael Jordan was 49. Kobe was 44. LeBron is 50% from the field. That's pretty good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Karl Malone is 51. Man, Kareem is up there, man. People don't give that man credit, man.
They don't give him no credit, man. None.
Because he wasn't flashy like that.
And he was a guy, correct me if I'm wrong, he was a guy that in college, they stopped you from dunking. They made it illegal to dunk because he would just come down and dunk on folks.
And you know, my old man from back in that day, he always go with Bill Russell.
T-Love all day. What up,
T-Love? Bill Russell.
Shout out to Johnny Mitchell, man. He says, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, 24, WTU. Let me get that Rolex, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, up the Rolex, bro. Up the Rolex. LeBron is the greatest being. He's the only one of the three that love black folks. Oh, man. So Kobe didn't like black?
Well, Kareem did. I ain't gonna go with that. Kareem like black people.
So, man, what y'all think about Michael Jordan, man? Y'all think he's a sellout, coon, all that stuff?
He just opened a clinic recently, so I don't know if I could say that.
Yeah, he did. And he donated $1 million to one of them black colleges. I forgot which one it was. But you know, I'm gonna say this, man. You never know what people are doing in the background either, man. Because just like they said, Prince used to give a lot of money to different things, but he stayed anonymous. Some people do stay anonymous too. But I mean, I don't know with Michael Jordan, man. You know, it just seemed like he's not reaching out to the black community as much. But I don't know, man. I don't know, you know.
That's always a difficult question, though, man, because, I mean, like what you're saying, we just don't know what's in their mind and everything. You know, people say that about Floyd Mayweather also. So, you know I'm very reluctant, you know, to be serious and call somebody a Tom. You know, I don't throw that word around real lightly, you know, because, again, like what you said, we don't know. We don't know. So I'm real careful with that one.
Yep. You're right, brother. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Right, so I don't want to throw that out there because that's like a real harsh, you know, that's like almost calling somebody gay. You know what I'm saying? Right, I mean, you don't throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, so unless I kind of have studied the person and kind of, you know, I can honestly say, or for instance, I can honestly say when you look at Clarence Thomas, you look at all the policies, you know, you can honestly say, you know, he really hasn't had our back as African Americans. Right. Okay, we can clearly say that about Clarence Thomas. But some of these guys, when you don't follow them, because Clarence Thomas's decisions is public, you know what I mean? And so we don't know their private lives and what they're doing. So I'm kind of reluctant to do that to athletes.
Exactly.
You know?
Now you're right, man. That's just like earlier. You know, they've been posting that video of this broad on the news channel who said nigga instead of saying Lakers or Knicks or whatever the fuck it was. And everybody went hard body, and the brother said that she didn't say it, you know. So everybody went hard on her. I'm like, I go at you. They want to call him a coon. And I said, I don't think that's fair. Because I've been in other groups with him, and he's never been on that type of position, you know. He just went on what he said, and people had a difference of opinion, but they wanted to say the brother was a coon, and I didn't agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, regressing a little bit, I heard it, but did she say it, or what was y'all opinion on that?
I think she said it. I'm not gonna.
You heard it. You heard it.
Hell yeah, she said it. Because that ain't no word. That ain't nothing you use in your regular vocabulary. Kobe been in LA for 20 motherfucking years. There's no way in hell you could confuse that with him being a Knick. And if that's the case, also, why you ain't go with none of the other teams? She didn't say the Bulls or the Hornets or the Spurs. So why would that Nick come out your mouth?
I hear you. You know, but that comment right there, again, man, you know, like I heard a guy say this to me one time about his mama. I ain't obligated to do nothing for my mama. I don't owe her anything. I got away from that dude real quick. You know, I think other groups of people work together as teams. And I think we do I could be wrong. I think we do as African Americans have an obligation to one another. You know, other groups of people think like that.
I agree with you.
White people, Latino people, they certainly don't think like, I ain't got to do nothing for my people. Other groups of people don't talk like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Jackie Anderson says Jordan isn't obligated to do shit for anyone. It don't matter how many times you buy his sneakers or watch his game. What you think, man?
I mean, nobody's really obligated to do anything for anybody. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But the humanity, the humanness, the culture, the love you have for your people says if you get a leg up, you should look out for the next person, because there's always somebody nobody just can sit here and say, oh, I did this all on my own. Ain't nobody look out for me. I did it on my own. I pulled myself up out of bootstraps. That's a lie.
That's right.
I agree.
I'll give you an example.
I agree.
Craig Hodges is from the area I'm in now. And he's always done shit. He's always gave back. He's always done shit for the community. That man got blackballed out the NBA.
But when you have that negative energy of, I don't got to do S for nobody. First of all, that energy coming out, you know, I don't think is appropriate. I would never be, you know, athlete that, you know, got my money from the fans and then say something with such vitriol towards my people. I wouldn't talk that way. I wouldn't come off that way. You know what I'm saying? And anybody coming off that way says something about them. In my opinion.
Right. Yes, sir.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, I mean, when I heard that guy said to me about his own mother, he said, man, I don't owe my mama nothing. I was like, what? I wouldn't talk that way, but I certainly wouldn't talk about my mother or my father that way. I certainly wouldn't let the words fly out of my mouth, you know.
Yes, sir.
You know.
You own it, man. You own it.
As a matter of fact, you know, I think that, you know, and just kind of how we started this conversation, I'm obligated to a lot of people. And I'm certainly obligated to my ancestors.
Damn right.
You know,
my man.
That's a part of being a descendant of an African people. That's in our culture. Looking out for our people, things as a unit. That individuality, that I'm just gonna look out for myself, that self-centered narcissism comes from a American Eurocentric point of view.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's what's overtaking the youth right now, man. Is that individualism and free expression and shit like that. I can do what I want to do. You wouldn't even be able to say that if it wasn't the people who paved the way. They don't look back. Right. They don't look back and give that. And they just focus on that I can do what I want to do and this and that. And they don't know who paid the price for that.
You know, I always say to myself, man, my mother and my father are gone, but I still say, I don't want to embarrass them.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass them. Man, I got kids, man. I ain't gonna be out here doing certain things to embarrass myself in front of my kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, we always in debt to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a negative, but you know, we always have to be concerned with the people who love us.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's real shit, man. And that's the thing, man. These cats gotta. I think all of us in our generation, we listen to older people. These cats now don't listen to older folks because they get the internet as their source of information.
That's right.
So the shit we say or people before us say in their mind is bullshit because it didn't come off the internet.
Right. And then not only that, I mean, I think about this for a second. I was raised with my mother, my biological mother, my biological father. But all you cats out there, your father paid all that child support. You got to think about that. And your mama or your daddy, you know, look, man, I'm going to tell you a sad story. This is a touching story to me. And every time I tell it, I'll be about to cry, but I ain't gonna cry today. My mother came to see me, and just my mother's gone now, and she was real close, like months for her, you know, and I'm glad I didn't see my mama suffer. But she came to see me, so I hear crying downstairs. Okay, so I come downstairs and I'm like, mama, I'm like, panic, what's wrong? She was whimpering. She wasn't crying loud because she didn't want me to hear. But I come downstairs and she goes, oh, when you get a certain age, I'm so embarrassed. You can't hold your bladder. And she had peed all over the couch, right? And she was crying. And she was like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. And I said, let me tell you something, mama. How many doo-doo diapers you changed of mine? How many times a baby doo-doo twice a day, once a day? How many times you change me? It's my time to change you now. And anybody telling me they don't owe their mama nothing, man, I get away from them people quick. And I told my mother, and she didn't want me to change it because she's still a proud woman. She was like, well, let my grandchildren come downstairs and change me. You know what I'm saying? But in that moment, I was proud to be able to say, nah, that's my job now. It's my job to have your back. You know what I'm saying? But she was very embarrassed, and she went and told my other brother. She was like, boy, when Zava came downstairs and told me that all the time, all the doo-doo diapers I done changed, she said she couldn't stop crying because there have been a lot of kids that wouldn't have had her back. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, at that moment, I owed my mother. At that moment, I owed my mother. And like I said, even if you haven't lived with your father, if he has paid child support, he has done something. You know what I'm saying? So we get this thing, like you were saying, you made it all by yourself. No, man, we wouldn't have the laws we have if it wasn't because of the history of the people who actually died. Man, there's people that died for us, man, in our history. You know what I'm saying? People that die for us to vote or die for us to have certain freedoms. So when you get these, especially black people, talking this, I don't owe, and no, man, that's scary. That's scary to me. And I kind of remove myself from those people because they have no sense of dedication to their people.
Yep.
You're right, man. They don't think that way.
And all y'all, when y'all disrespect y'all mamas or y'all done been to, think about how many times she didn't change your doo-doo diapers. That mustard doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? We should never, ever, look, man, I ain't no religious person. And I'm not trying to be today, but I'll subscribe to some tenements of some of those religious texts. And one thing that I agree with, it doesn't say respect your mother. It does say respect your mother and father, but it takes the word father. Honor your mother and your father. Now, it don't say, well, my mama on crack. Oh, no, it don't go into all that. No matter what, respect your parents. And anybody that don't respect their parents, that's difficult for me. Absolutely. Come up with all these excuses. Oh, well, she been using drugs forever. The Bible don't say, well, there's exceptions. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look, it don't take nothing to just be respectful. Because if it wasn't for your parents, you wouldn't be here.
That's right.
Hey, let me give a shout out to Andre from Love Crossing Borders real quick. Appreciate that PayPal donation, brother. If y'all haven't subscribed to the brother page, I'm posting the link right here. Make sure y'all subscribe. He got positive content over there. He'll show y'all how to find love crossing the borders, or you can fall in love with the borders you cross. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like me. I'm gonna fall in love with the borders I cross. I might not fall in love when I cross the border. You never know, though. You never know. Shout out to that brother, man. Appreciate that. Welcome to the show, Brother Irwin. And he said Jordan don't owe y'all Negroes nothing, not even a shoe.
Nah, but
hey,
what up,
man? I gotta get ready to rap, man. But I'm glad my brother Irwin here. Brother Irwin, me and him share the same brain, man. So I know Irwin gonna represent.
All right, well, we'll see about that.
I Everybody on
All
the
right, y'all
Caribbean, though.
brothers, be easy, man.
Hey man,
Thank
I
you.
gotta
Hold
go
on,
too,
Phil.
man. I gotta go too, man. I gotta get an hour in before I get up. But
Hey, I want to debate you real
Oh,
quick.
but Zaba,
no, I
I
don't
want
want to
Zaba.
debate tonight. I'm
No,
trying
no,
to,
no, no,
be
no.
positive.
He say you
No,
don't
I
want
don't
no
want
it's
to
not a
smoke.
debate.
debate, but
No, I don't want no smoke.
it's not. It's not. It's,
Hey, he
no, it's
wins.
not.
He
It's
wins.
not a
He
debate at
wins by
all.
default.
Listen to his point, though. You got
No. Hey, but
I'll listen.
actually, to what Zaba said earlier, actually, I'm not like a religious dude, but that text he said about the commandment was deep because in all of the commandments, that's the only one that actually has a promise with it. Because in addition to it saying respect, in addition to it saying honor thy mother and father, it says that so your days on this earth could live longer. So that's the only one that actually comes with a promise that you'll live longer by showing them honor. So that was kind of deep. But
Mm.
yo, this is what I wanted to say about the Jordan thing. I I don't think there's a right and a wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a whole nother aspect to look at with Jordan. Like LeBron opened up a school that's beautiful. You got other dudes who, might have opened up community centers or donated to certain organizations. That's beautiful. But when you look at Jordan, right, let's just think about this aspect. Jordan caused a lot of, and I made this comment earlier, but Jordan caused a lot of barbershop debates. It caused a lot of people to unite as a family or friends or a community to watch a game together. It caused a lot of sons, because, you know what I'm saying, to sit with their dads and watch the game. It inspired a lot of dudes to get off of the streets and play basketball or get involved in an after school program or join some type of sports team and learn some type of like develop friendship, develop some type of, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of ways that he gave his life, he gave his privacy, gave all his effort, like sacrificed so much, but not only just for black people, but just for all people in general. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he made billions. We bought his jerseys, might have watched the movie, might have bought sneakers. That's all cool and all of that. But I think, it's kind of a little indifferent for us to feel like he should have done more, because the truth is, regardless of any celebrity, no matter how much they do, there's always going to be a one person that's going to be like, he could have did more. He should have did more for black people. He should have did more for people in general. It doesn't matter. But the dude sacrificed. I mean, you got to think, like, Jordan retired how many years ago? Like, we got people that still debate over Jordan now, and who's the best and who's this and who's that. He gave a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he did a lot. It may not be in a monetarily factor. Like, he could have been a secret donor or done things that we don't even know about, and he just doesn't publicize it. But I don't feel like he's obligated to do something for black people or for people in general. That's just my perspective. If he does,
well.
that's cool. If he doesn't, it's not wrong either.
Well, let me make this statement though. This one thing about it, man. Like when people give back and they give these book bags, they give. It's not that they're helping them be successful in the physical way. It's just a gesture. It's just a symbol of, hey, if I'm gonna give back, everybody should give back. I mean, the money you give back is not even 1% of what you're making. It's just a good faith gesture, man. That's what people do. They give back so they can give the people a sense of hope. And that's what you're missing, Erwin. It ain't about the money. It's just the image you putting off, the energy you giving out. You making it seem like you concerned about the community. So you give out these turkeys, you give out these book bags, you give out this stuff. And that makes people say, oh man, you a good guy. I'm going to start doing in the hood. I'm going to start giving, it just influences other people to do positive things, man. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
money they give out is just going to be a tax write-off. I mean, you're going to waste the money
But
somewhere. So
but
why
Rich, this is
not
what I'm
waste
saying.
it making a kid feel, even if you help one kid and you influence them, oh man, Michael Jordan gave me a book bag when I was 2 years old. You know how far that goes, man. You remember that
Yeah,
the
I
rest of
get
your
that.
life. That'll influence people to do positive things, man. I mean, I
No, I get
understand what
it.
you're saying.
I
You don't owe nobody
totally get
nothing,
that.
but that's not the way you should think, man.
I,
You
I,
should always think
I,
you owe people, because what about that janitor dude that might have helped you, took you to practice one time, or that teacher might have helped you, done something. I'll give you an example of what I done the other day. I saw some teachers that taught my son when he was in another private school, right? You know what I did for them? I bought their lunches for them because I appreciated what they did, the time they took out to help. So we always should put out that energy like we care about our people, whether you don't or you do. He's a very influential guy in the Black community, man. One of the most influential guys in our community, period. You cannot name one dude that's more popular than Michael Jordan in the Black community. I'll wait.
I mean, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson is dead though, bro.
I
Plus he
mean,
did. Michael Jackson did more than Michael Jordan.
whether he's dead or alive, he's super influential. Tupac is super influential when he's dead.
And
You know what I'm saying?
they
Like,
both gave to the community. They both helped the community.
Nah, they gave in aspects that you feel is given and contributing.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people. Go ahead, Zaba.
I forgot it. I forgot. Tell me the name again.
Erwin.
Erwin. What's for me, like I say, man, it's tough. It's tough trying to, really convey to a person. If I have difficulty conveying to another Black person that we should have some responsibility to each other and have each other's back, I kind of feel like I'm on an uphill battle from the onset if a person doesn't understand that. Because certainly Mexicans, certainly white folks would not even be having this conversation. Ain't no white folks gonna be like, they're not gonna do it. And it's sad that it's kind of painful, because I really want to convey to you a positive message, man, and leave you with a positive spirit. And it's like, Dr. Claude Anderson talks about this all the time. We, other groups of people from a sociological, historical perspective, have learned the value of working together as a team. And we as African Americans have to really internalize that concept of always thinking of teamwork. We are not an island by ourselves, and we have to think in terms of teamwork. We cannot win not working together as a team. And I think it's not necessarily, like I said from the beginning, a person doesn't have to, but they should not. And especially, no one should. All right, this is what I'm having a hard time conveying. Like, what I'm saying is, like I would never say, like that dude said, I don't owe my mama nothing. I would never say those words, because those words cause division. Your words cause division. And so we have to, sometimes we have to choose our words wisely, because once a person comes out like that, he don't owe us nothing, he don't got to do nothing, people will look at that. That's divisive language. And we should, as Black people, should always speak in language that brings us together, whether we disagree or not.
Well, I agree with you, but what I'm saying, Zaba, is that's why I chose my word carefully when I made my original statement. What I said is Jordan is not obligated to do anything for anyone. But
that's the point. That's the point. The point is, once you use those words in groups of black people, they will see you as a divisive person. You know, if it were me, if I had your view, I swear to God, I'd probably say, you know, I think, Jordan, you should say what you said, but just say it backwards. You should say, I'm not saying what you should say, but, you know, how the human brain works. You know, we speak because we want people to hear us, not block us out. If you speak that language to black people, they will tune you out. If I had the same view that you have, I would say it this way. Jordan does a lot for African Americans, and leave it at that. Because that's what you said. That's what you said. I believe he does a lot for African Americans.
He has,
you know?
He has. But when I made that comment, I wasn't speaking specifically for African Americans. I'm speaking about anyone in general. Like, now, if because you have a lot of people that we could bring names up of people who made money, but we don't know a lot of the contributions they've done or things they've done behind the scenes. What I was trying to say is, the point I'm trying to convey is that not everything in the form of helping people has to do with something that's monetary that you can measure. I'll give you an example. Like, I didn't see my dad a lot growing up. I didn't spend a lot of time with him. But when the Bulls was playing the Knicks, my dad was there at the crib, and I sat down because we would watch Jordan kick the Knicks' ass. You know what I'm saying? And that caused a lot of bonding and father-son relationship with my dad at a certain age when I was younger. I didn't.
I feel you, but you are missing the point. You are missing the point.
What's the point?
You know, when you said that, you know, when you speak those words, he don't got to do nothing for nobody. Those words really shouldn't be said in African American groups, because I think a lot of people see that as negative energy. You know what I'm saying? That caused a lot of bonding. All right, but just do a poll. Do a poll and ask Richie and ask Demaine how those words feel. I think the point.
I think somebody's playing something in the background. I think a lot of people are going to disagree.
You don't got to do nothing for nobody.
Hey, somebody turn
two
it
people
off.
Talking. Really should be two people talking.
Andre, you listening on another computer or something?
Turn one link off.
Yeah.
Now I'm good.
When I make that comment, Zaba, I truly believe a lot of people are going to disagree with me. You know what I mean?
Maybe,
because I'm like we're not speaking on somebody whose role is to assist the community or his people or anything. We are looking at an employee who is employed by the Bulls, which is part of the organization of the NBA. We're not talking about a president or a senator, or we're speaking about a player, an athlete, whose sole job is to get W's and get that check. What he chooses to do with that check, very similar to Mayweather, is, you see what I'm saying? Like, we're very similar to Mayweather, could be good and it can benefit a lot of people, or it cannot benefit a lot of people. But for us to have that mentality, because he's our same race and he has this amount of money and he's doing this, he should be doing more for us. Or, like, to me, that's the same mentality that black people are having toward the president. Because he's the president, he's black, he has a higher status, he should be doing stuff for black people. No.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? Panamanians, you can go find a Panamanian anywhere, or Colombian anywhere. They have a certain allegiance to their people. Point blank, period. They don't throw out that language, bro. He ain't got to do nothing for nobody. They don't come at people like that. And what I'm telling you, when you come at people like that, and because we weren't even talking about, and the issue was, I don't certainly, I feel it kind of like you feel. I'm just talking about your language and how divisive it is.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like, I didn't know any other way to word it. So I said it the way that I felt. You know what I mean? Like,
because you said, in my opinion, what you're saying,
because black people, they got welfare. They got programs. They help. They do help.
No,
So
the
I mean,
government, the government,
it just
the
seems like
government
your
institution
mentality
is set.
is, I got
The
mine,
government.
get yours. You know,
No,
it
but
ain't
see,
that simple,
but
man.
nah, this is what you're missing, Rich. This is the mentality that I feel a lot of our people have, that they're projecting toward Jordan and saying Jordan has that. I don't feel that's Jordan's mentality. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's,
I
even
mean,
though LeBron,
don't get it twisted.
even though LeBron
Don't get
goes
it
to an
twisted. Don't get
academy,
it twisted.
there's, yeah,
Don't get it twisted. There are people like I talked about Clarence Thomas, who actually literally turn their back on their own people now. We have people in this country, and I'm sure you can find that in all countries. You know what I'm saying?
of course.
But you know, so we do have people who actually have no interest in being connected to us. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? We do have that. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong in what you're saying in reference to, you know, because you, in your mind, you feel like Jordan helps people, just not in the ways that people may agree with, but you saying that I think he helps the community. I agree. I agree with you 100%.
And many players, like Pippen was Jordan's right hand man.
But the problem is when you come into a positive group and you go, he ain't got to do nothing for nobody. That's the problem right there.
What you think, Andre? Let me let Andre and Domain jump in a little bit. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah. I was trying to go to sleep.
I've sat back and I listened to both of you guys' hypothesis on this matter, and I'd have to a certain extent, agree with the gentleman that says technically Michael doesn't owe anybody anything. And hear me out when I go with this. He doesn't. He doesn't owe anybody because of the hue of his complexion. He didn't ask to be born with the hue of his complexion, but he just so happens. So he doesn't owe us that based on hue or being black. The second thing, he doesn't owe us anything because of his athletic ability. We paid to see him televised or see him during the game as an athlete, not as a diplomat or a philanthropist. Those were the reasons why we saw him on the court. The third reason why Michael doesn't technically owe us anything is because he never made himself obligated to that. He never carried himself in a way that says, listen, as a person, I made this much money, so I'm going to give back. He never did that. Bill Gates has done that. Warren Buffett has done that by signing a pledge to give back a certain amount of money when they die. But Mike never sat back and showed himself to be obligated like that. So technically, he doesn't owe us. However, there's a saying that goes, the rent that you pay for being on this planet is giving. So as a human being, we expect him to the day that he dies, no matter what hue he is, to continue to give. If he has like we talk about the scriptures, where the woman only gave the last dime that she had, or whether you have substantial amounts where you can give a little bit more. For example, our YouTube channels, we support each other with a little bit here, a little bit there, and it all helps each other out. Same thing we expect from Jordan. As we pay rent to each other as YouTubers with the gift of giving, so it is we expect as a community to have Michael Jordan, Kobe, and any other, Jay-Z, and anybody else, whether they show it or not, to continue to give, no matter how old or how young they continue to be. And that's how I look at it from the perspective of the rent that we pay for living on this planet is giving. So we expect each other, being as men and men of common sense, such as Michael, to continue to give, no matter how much money he has or how little he has, whether it be time or economics.
I agree with that.
Brother Domain, you want to chime in? And then we'll get back to those two guys.
Well, I'm just going to sum up what both of everybody was saying as far as Saba and Andre. I mean, yeah, technically you don't have to do nothing, but like you said, the rent you pay is being human. The humanity dictates, like I said before, our culture as far as descendants of African people, we do things as a community. There's no individuality as far as me, I. But you know, you can't force him to do it. He's not obligated to do it. But you know,
or
nice
or the man, he's not obligated to show it. Just as Rich was saying with Prince, much of his philanthropic giving and his humanitarian moves, we found out after his death. We didn't even know that this man was giving out this type of money, and I'm talking about a lot of money to just basic everyday people until after his death. So some guys, it's not televised. They don't spew it. They don't put it out there to puff themselves up. Some guys just do it quietly.
Right.
Well, you know, a few years back, Jordan did say he was going to do more for the community when they had all the killings with the blacks and the cops and stuff. He said he was going to step up and help more people. He didn't say black, but he said help more people. You know, and that's one of the things he said. And he did open the 2 facilities, I guess, for underprivileged people or whatever the case is. I mean, he did do something. I'm not saying the man didn't do nothing. I'm just saying when you that huge of an icon, it means a lot when you publicly do stuff. It's just, I mean, you influence these kids, man. You know, they'll look at you a certain way. You know.
Sure. I agree.
I agree. I agree with that completely.
You know, but this is the thing. This is the thing that y'all are not addressing. You do not find Colombians talking that way.
No,
I don't do that. They ain't obligated. They just don't talk that way.
They don't.
And we shouldn't as black. The thing that y'all are missing, y'all just disregard it.
No, preach, brother.
You know, not disregard it. Disregarded my point. Like I didn't say nothing. I'm not talking about what they should do. I'm telling you, when you open your mouth and spew that venom, they don't need to do nothing. That other people don't talk like that for a reason. And there's a psychological process going on for black people to open their mouth and say that to one another because other groups of people just don't talk that way. And then you have to explain, why don't other groups of people talk that way? And you find us talking that way. They don't say that about no. And let me say this also. And I'm gonna go on a limb and say that and like I told you, I think you guys should listen to Dr. Claude Anderson. If y'all never heard of him, pick up his books. He always talks about teamwork. We cannot survive not working as a team. And that language is divisive. So my point is we shouldn't be talking like that to one another. We should be thinking in terms of teamwork, not necessarily saying, because y'all get into, well, he might have said that, but what he doing, or he don't have to, but I ain't talking about what they doing. I'm talking about the language and how, because language manifests itself. Once we start speaking a certain way, you can always tell a person's heart because of the words that come out their mouth. If you come out your mouth with that vitriol, I don't owe nothing. No, I'll never say technically I don't owe my mama nothing. No, I ain't using that language. I got my mama back, point blank. I got my daddy back, point blank. I ain't using all that evasive language technically. Them other groups of people don't talk about technically nothing. They just be like, them my people. You would never hear Roberto Duran say that about his people. You would only find some black people doing that language. If other groups of people are doing that, I'll wait. I'll listen. And it's a reason why they don't say technically. It's a reason why they don't say they don't owe me nothing. Now, y'all got to get into that. Why them other groups of people don't talk like that?
Well, here's the thing, Zaba. Like, if you're saying
you ain't gonna answer the question though.
I mean,
why them other groups of people don't talk like that?
I can't answer the question because the truth is that's not a factual statement. Like you can't honestly speaking, you can't tell me all Colombians don't talk like that. That's illogical. Prove it.
Just prove it. Just text me a video where you find a Colombian sitting up talking about I don't owe my people nothing. I want to see it, especially an important person. You know what I'm gonna get? Dead effing silence, because you're not gonna be able to prove it. Prove it. Stop talking. Send me the video. Send me the video. I'm waiting.
Dominicans help each other, man. They definitely
send me the video where you got a Dominican on a public forum talking about, nah, I don't owe my people nothing. I'll wait. You're not going to be able to do it. And if you're not going to be able to do it, I'm going to disregard. Man, it's hard. It's like, if you're not going to be able to send me something where some Dominican, some Colombian is talking that language, bruh, it's like your argument is null and void then. Because you don't put yourself out there and say people do that. So let me see it. Prove it to me.
No, but this is what I'm
saying. Oh shit,
right?
You're going into something else. I just want to see the video.
Why don't you try listening to the point first?
Okay. But let me ask you this let me ask you this. Can you provide evidence of what you just said? Yes or no?
I cannot. The same way as you
Can I respond to this comment?
But wait. Here's the thing.
I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to sleep, man. Y'all dudes, man.
On the contrary,
you get on here, man.
On the contrary, you also cannot provide evidence of every person who has status or money saying that they owe their people in whatever country.
And you boom, y'all. But boomer shakalaka, I have never said that. So I have never said that. You said that. I have never said that. You can't. If I say something to you, I'm willing to backtrack and say, man, just like you say, man, I can't prove that. And what I'm telling you, dude, if you can't provide the video, man, your whole argument just went down the drain.
This is the main point, right?
Oh, it ain't the main point. The main point is you can't provide your point, what you said. And I told you I ain't want to get on it. I ain't want to get on this thing and do this because I can argue. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Check this out.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just gonna talk, but you're not gonna provide the evidence.
Okay, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. You got this.
Then don't put that information out there then if you don't got the proof.
Okay, you're absolutely right. So now, when we say that other nations, Colombians or Dominicans, don't say those type of things.
In general,
they help their people out, right? That was the statement. Okay, that was the statement. So now,
that wasn't the statement. The statement was get the statement right. So you can look it up 10 days later or 5 days later and quote me, or you can rewind the tape. The statement was you just don't hear other groups of people talking about, man, I'm Dominican. I don't owe y'all nothing. Only we doing that. And you have to figure out why are certain groups of black small saying that, especially when it's been pointed out that it's so negative, but still you want to stick to that, and the thing you have to answer is, why is it that we are doing that and other groups of people will not, because it's so offensive?
Okay, when we say other groups of people, because you're naming nationalities, like you're saying Colombian, which is a nationality. That nationality has nothing to do with race. You're saying
I didn't say nationality. I said groups of people. Colombians are groups of people. God damn.
Colombians are a nationality.
Man,
and they are a group of people too.
We changed.
Dang, bro. You're being a little bit ridiculous because your argument is so weak. So you're getting ridiculous.
Actually, you know my argument is strong. That's why you're not letting me speak.
Let us speak, Dave.
He ain't saying nothing. And I told y'all I wanted to go to sleep. I didn't want to be on this thing arguing with nobody.
Nobody's causing you to argue, or nobody's causing you to stay on either.
Go ahead, man.
So, like I was saying, Colombia, Dominicans, because these are the words that were said, these are nations. These are nationalities. So if we're speaking about a group, okay, of that nationality, that means all races of the nationality, right? Whether it's white, black, Asian, whatever they want to be, it's that nationality. So we're saying we don't hear other groups speaking like that in a public forum, private forum, or whatever was said. If that's the case, then you're speaking about the nationality not saying that. So when you are speaking about Americans, why is it we hear our people saying that, right? We are African American, for whoever was born in this country. That is a nation that also consists of black, white, Asian, numerous races. So when we say that, or when I say, or whoever said, why is it that we're the ones that's saying that? What's being specified? Is it being specified that black people are saying that, or American people saying that? Is it all different races of that nation saying that? Because the truth is, whether people say that or not, publicly or privately, there's people that do the same thing, act the same way, project the same thing in all races of all nationalities. Like, so it's not a matter of why are this nation, you don't hear other groups of people from this country saying that. Why is it we're the ones saying that? Like, what does that mean? Like, who are you targeting when you're saying that? Are you targeting black people? Are you targeting Americans? Like, what's actually being targeted? Because if that's the case, by Jordan doing something, whether it helps everybody or any celebrity doing something that helps everybody, whether it's African Americans or not, the people he's helping are the people that are in the nation of the country we were living in, because we're all the same nationality, regardless of race. So the whole logic of, well, at least for me, the whole logic of why we don't hear other groups saying that of different nations, to me, that doesn't hold any weight. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's the point that I was trying to make.
All right, y'all, we're going on 2 hours, man. And I see this. He gonna believe what he gonna believe, you know. Hey, but you know what, Erwin, you know, and I'm glad I brought you on because it creates dialogue, you know. I don't have to agree with you to have you on the show. I respect your opinion. At the end of the day, I don't agree with it, but I respect it, you know, so.
No, likewise. I don't agree with everybody else, but I respect everybody else's opinion on the panel.
Same here. But I didn't want to be, you know, like I said from the rip, man. He win by default. I didn't want to be on here talking about that, man. I got, you know.
Right. But it's a good, healthy debate, man. I mean, some things need to be talked about.
But I don't want to be doing that, man. But Andre, man, it's so good to meet you, man. We have a lot in common. And I hope I can talk to you one day, man.
Yeah, anytime.
And your videos you're always positive, so I enjoy that. You know.
Yeah, what we try to do with Love Crossing Borders. I know you about to close up, Rich, but
go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, what we try to do is portray an example of Afro-American male Afro-American travelers in a positive light. We have enough channels that show us in the fun, the party side, the flamboyant side of being an Afro-American male traveler. There's enough channels for that. So you didn't need another Ace, and I love Ace's channel. You didn't need another Marwa. You didn't need another Passport Action channel. We needed at least one channel with a brother who actually did fall in love with a positive person. And brother Dre, how'd you do it? How'd you move from America to another country? The Maine, how'd you do it? How'd you move from America to balance us out as people of color? I believe that our channel was needed to give us another perspective of, if you want to move to another channel, another country, that you really enjoy. Well, here's the steps on how to do it. It didn't have to just be Colombia, because I live in Colombia, but it could have been any country. So we try to show people that all brothers ain't out there on the party side. All brothers ain't out there going to Brazil and this and that partying. But some brothers are going to Brazil because they see some business opportunities like the Maine. Some brothers are going to Peru. Some brothers are going to Colombia. Some brothers are going to DR and buying like Tailor Made and buying condos and buying places for Airbnbs. So we want to balance everything out. And shout out to all the brothers who I just mentioned, because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be us on Love Crossing Borders. But We just want to create a channel that kind of like balanced it out for when dudes say, I want to do it another way as well.
All right, Andre, now you help the community in Colombia. You give back to the community. And what's your reasons for doing that?
My first reason is because by nature, I always was a giver in the States. I was part of Big Brothers Big Sisters. I worked for the Boys and Girls Club for 10 years. I was working with the YMCA after school program, so kids would come see me after school until their parents come and pick them up. I was part of Black Lives Matter. I was the guy on the street corner with the bullhorn raising money. I was in the community going to city council meetings. I was the guy that was I had on my phone, I still got the White House on speed dial because I was reaching my congressmen and senators. So I've always been a person that always gave back to the community.
Why you want to give back though? I mean,
you
ain't obligated.
The first YouTube video I ever did, Ace Live invited me on a couple years ago, and Ace was giving to some young black boys in the community some money for Mother's Day.
I donated to that too.
Right. That impacted me on a when you travel, give back scale because Ace was doing it. Ace did that in Mexico. He gave his old camcorder to the young kids at the orphanage because they wanted to start a YouTube channel in Mexico. Even before he knew what camera he was going to use when he got to Vietnam, he just gave his camera away as a gift. Because he was a giver, that brother showed me, hey, I can be a brother that gives in my community, no matter where I live. So that's why we give money to the Venezuelans, the homeless, and the orphanage here in Cali, Colombia, because Ace set an example for us.
Right. And it says that in the Bible too, man, you know.
Yeah. And then also, man, I'll tell you, man, you know, kind of how my friendships are. You know, it's like there's an old story about, you know, like you can't just like cash checks. You have to make deposits.
Right.
You know, you just can't just be taking. So you have to make deposits in people's lives, man. But I swear to God, man, I did not want to be on this mug going back and forth. I'd rather have positive energy, man. You know, next time I come on, man, somebody come on. I ain't trying to debate with people, man. I done that enough in college or whatever, man. And you know, and then I just want to have positive energy, man. That ain't my spirit. 2020. My spirit is 2020, man. Try to touch people, have positive energy, man. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you say, man, you know, at least we arguing in a good way. We're not like, man, fuck you and all that.
Right. So I ain't gonna do that.
So I mean,
it don't make sense to get to that point.
Right.
Jackson Jesus said Taylor made, give to the orphans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, you know, man, my thing is just like with the rappers, right? They give out turkeys, they give out. Truthfully speaking, like, it's not really helping the community, but it's just the point that you make and you show people that you care, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. It's about showing people you appreciate them. You know, just like some businesses, they have okay, you got the sub place that gives out subs every year, Jimmy John's. They have Customer Appreciation Day. You know, certain businesses do that. They give back. You know, it's just a token of your appreciation, man. And that's all it is, man. You know? Yeah. And that means a lot to some people, but you really ain't giving shit away. You giving a little something, but it ain't much. It ain't gonna hurt you. But it's just.
See, the thing, and the most important thing is, man. And if I had to leave anything, is that question for me has to be answered. You know, why other groups of people don't talk like that?
Oh, well,
like I always say, us in the Matrix, we've been programmed. And people in other countries have been raised. We've been programmed to think a certain way by this country that we live in. And when I come to countries like you say, like some of the African countries, some like the Latin countries, family and community is first. They've been raised to think family first. One of the things that for example, my wife Andrea, she says that in Colombia, they want a daughter before they want a male. A lot of countries say we want a male because, you know, he can work on the farm or work in the land or build a family business. No, in Colombia, they think long vision in the sense of when you get older, the girl will take care of you in your old age faster than the boy. Not saying that boys don't, because you just gave a description of you being there for your mother. But for the most part, when you walk through Colombia, some of the most beautiful women you will see walking with older people. And I mean real slow, taking care of older people. So here in this community, my point in saying that story, here in this community, they are trained to be there for family. To where, I hate to say, but in the United States, we no longer train each other, but we program each other to think a certain way.
And not only that, like you can start talking to some of like the African brothers or people from other countries, and they'll say something kind of slick about African Americans. And I'm gonna just say this word, man. Them dudes who ain't smart, they'll get on that bandwagon and they'll be like, yeah, you're right, man. The sisters, da, 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 da. I don't do that, because as soon as you start talking about they people, they ain't about to have it.
Right.
Especially a lot of Latins. They can say, oh, the women in the States, or they can talk about your people. But boys, start talking about theirs and see how quick they be like, nah, bro, you barking up the wrong tree right there. So the last thing I'm gonna do is get on some internet and be like, throw my people under the bus and say some negative energy about, man, I don't owe nobody nothing. I just don't use that language, man. If I'm in private, yeah, but I ain't about to be on the internet and say something like, man, I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't do no. That's so negative, man. That's how I see it. But I'm gonna get off of that. Because like I said, I ain't want to be on this mug talking about that stuff tonight. Great energy. You know, and I'll say it for the 30th time. They don't say I don't do nothing for my people. I don't owe them nothing. They don't say that for a reason. So psychologically, we got to think about that. Yeah, we have to think about that from a psychological standpoint. You know,
it doesn't matter if you're so-called white Colombian or if you Afro-Colombian. They all think about the community and unity first. And if you're Afro-Colombian, you white Colombian, if you're outside of their circle, you better not say anything about Colombia, because they all circle the wagon no matter what color you are in Colombia, because they look at it as their nation, one family under a groove. See what I'm saying? To where in the States, we kind of still separate it as black and white, looking out for each other. We don't come up under the umbrella of we're all Americans until an emergency happens, like a 9/11 or something. Then we come together. You better not talk about my country. I don't care if you're black, if you're white, if you're Asian, because they have a large Asian population here. You better not talk about my country, because this is my Colombia. And they say we worship God and we take care of family, and everything else comes up under that. And so they've been raised to think like that. I kid you not. They've been raised to where they know unity no matter, and they still have racial issues like we all have, but they ain't gonna let you talk about their racial issues because
man, ain't nowhere in the world I can get in front of Dominicans and throw them under the bus. Not no real Dominican. So I put it this way: if it's some Uncle Tom Dominicans, they'll let me talk about it bad all day. But not no real Dominicans, they ain't about to have it. You ain't about to talk about their people like that. And so that's pretty much. I've learned from them. And it's not pretty much everywhere. Like I said to you, they don't say what you said. Other groups or nations or whatever you want to call it, you don't see them walking around en masse saying, especially on the internet, man, they ain't got to do nothing for their people. They don't owe nobody nothing. They just don't talk that way, man.
But how is that not everywhere? Like any country you go to, like you're gonna have trouble if you start talking bad about people.
Like I said, I ain't never seen it, and you ain't never seen it because you can't produce it. So why don't you stop it with all of that right now? If you can't produce it, I ain't never seen it.
Zaba, here's the problem. I don't even think you listened to what I said. Like you're arguing against something and you didn't even understand what I said.
Yeah, you said everybody do it. I'm saying I ain't never seen it.
That's not what I said. And that's what I'm saying. Like you got
all right, what did you say?
I'll confused.
What did you say?
You were saying that you can't be in front of in the Dominican country and be talking bad about their people and they're just gonna be okay with it unless there's some type of Tom or something like that. And my remark was that's pretty much every country. Like I can't go to China and just be talking bad about Chinese people. I can't go to France and be talking about the French people. I can't go to any country and talk bad about
but the reason why I said that is because I've seen too many brothers allow foreigners talk about Americans and throw sisters under the bus, and they be right along with them. And when I'm in a group, I'll be like, wait a minute though. And the brothers be right along with them. Yeah, the sister such.
I've seen that a lot, man.
I've seen this with my eyes, bro.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying.
Don't even for 1 second think that we have in America we have a sickness of self-hatred. I'm gonna call it what it is. We have a sickness of self-hatred, and that's why you can go somewhere, you can come here, and you can find people Dominicans will be talking about, and brothers will sit right there and let Dominicans talk bad about Americans. They'll sit right there because we have self-hatred, bro. That exists here.
Self-hatred exists in other places too. Like
I ain't never been able to talk about no group of people and get away with it.
I wouldn't.
But I
wouldn't consider it self-hatred, gentlemen. I would actually consider it as we don't have a sense of national acceptance. We don't have a flag per se. We don't have a national land as Americans. We call America our place because of our history. But these places that we talk about, as such as Dominicans, they have a heritage. They have a flag. They have a national anthem. Colombians, we're talking about.
I'm going to sleep.
A flag, their own land.
Andre, you have people in other countries, like in Africa.
Man, look
you
at
have people you have people in other countries in Dominican Republic. You got people in other countries in Jamaica, like people that we consider under the title of black, right? That do stuff and buy bleach cream to bleach their skin or lighten their skin and do stuff with their hair. Like we're not going to categorize that as self-hatred.
Yes. Like I just mentioned, Sammy Sosa, the famous baseball player, did it.
That's what I'm saying. Self-hatred exists everywhere. It's not just like it's in this country. It exists everywhere.
I concur. I agree with that. Go ahead, man.
Jump in, man.
Well, he didn't say self-hatred does not exist everywhere. He's saying that you can't be an outsider of a particular group and get a free pass of talking about that particular group without someone in that particular group reprimanding you. But
I agree with that.
He said that as a person of the group of the American descendant or African American descendant, he said he's seen people from America allow people outside the group of American to get away with talking bad about that group and not being reprimanded.
Wow.
Oh, you mean like foreigners coming to America and be like, yo, Americans do this, do that, I can't stand them.
Not even talking about America. Let's say they're in DR and y'all all just sitting at the beach. And what he's saying is that all of a sudden you can't talk about DR without DR people coming at you. You can't talk about Colombia without Colombia, but then you can talk about America. You and everybody kiki cat and not defending our country, our culture. So I understand where he's coming from with that. He's absolutely
correct.
You even have like black people, Africans or Jamaicans or whatever, and sometimes they'll get slick. You got to be alignment, man. Going back to your spot, then. Why you here? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think I'm not that patriotic, but I know that when somebody's what do they call it? What do they call it when somebody says, "Oh, you look good for your age"? What do they call it? It's a language. They really throwing you under the bus, but they, they're giving you a backhand compliment. But look, man. Like I said, man, I really trying to do you. I am trying to throw positive energy, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, man. When a dude, I don't want to be on no panel talking to nobody that I have to talk to about a sense of being African American or black, I just can't do it, man. It seems like I'm talking to a kid, man. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing
it. Yeah. Any last words, brother Jermaine?
Yep. Been a pleasure again to be on the panel with the brothers. Andre. Guess you didn't hear the news, but I got a job. I got a job in Cucuta, so I'm gonna be going out to Cucuta now.
Oh man, I'm happy for you, brother. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Buenas noches.
For real.
But good talking to all you guys. And I hope to talk to you soon, Andre, on a whole nother level of something more positive, you know?
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it. But I hope to talk to you soon, man, because I always say this. Me and you have a lot in common, bro.
Okay, brother. We'll definitely exchange information. Make sure reach out when I reach out to Richie, get your information.
Yes.
Good to see you again, Saba. Good
brother
evening.
Irwin,
Same here to me.
Man. Brother Irwin.
Who, me?
Same.
Oh,
yeah.
As always, man. I appreciate you being on the channel. You having me on the show. It's been a pleasure, talking to everybody. And like I always say, man, it's all about self-improvement and getting that knowledge up, and then taking it to the next level. But I appreciate it, man. And like I said, the debate or no debate, back and forth, disagreement or not, seeing eye to eye is all constructive. You know what I'm saying? It helps bring points across and open people's mind to different things, look at things in a different direction. So it's all positive to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Sometimes you can't change each other's mind, man. If one person thinking like that, just let it be, man. Just like my grandma, man. She got dementia, man, and she'll say little stuff, and my mom be correcting all the time. I said, Mom, don't correct her. She's just talking out loud. She, just let her be.
Right.
That's it. So let people have their own opinions. You can't really change them, it is what it is. Appreciate everybody coming on, man.
Yeah.
Danny Glover gone, man. Danny Glover. He's passionate, man.
Nothing wrong with that, brother.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I appreciate y'all brothers, man. Seriously, I'm glad, like I say, man, this travel thing has been great, man, because I would have never met y'all, man, if I was traveling. So everybody out there, just keep traveling, do your thing.
I mean, we don't know that, but but I understand people saying that. You never know how people. I mean, you never know how you cross paths with somebody.
Right. That's true.
We could have been meant to meet like years in the future, but we just sped it up. But it doesn't mean it was impossible. It wasn't gonna happen.
That's true. Well, I'm glad I met y'all sooner than later, brother.
Right.
Definitely.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
Jermaine, we're gonna need that Kukutai info once you get in the ground and you learn the
I know,
spot
right?
and you know the areas.
I got you.
Because you already know I was talking about checking it out, and now that you're gonna be there, you got to get the intel. But congratulations on the job, man.
Thanks. So before we wrap up, I was going to say real quick, everybody who's out there listening, like you said, life is short. Don't wait. Make them moves, man. Make them moves. Don't think that, I can't. I'm not saying jump somewhere, leaping before you look, but take a step process. You might want to put your foot in the water, test it out, come back, put your foot in the water, test it out, come back until you finally get a full picture of how it could be to go on a different path.
That's so true.
Definitely.
All right, man.
Hey,
y'all have a great night, bro. Go ahead.
Jermaine, when you going over there?
I'm gonna be leaving. I'm be going down Friday. My orientation is Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday. My orientation. So I got my ticket to go Friday.
This Friday?
Yes.
Oh damn! I was pulling up this Friday.
Oh snap! Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, my flight is early in the morning, 8:00.
Okay, yeah, I should be landing there. I'm gonna be landing in Medellin like around 11, I think, 11 or 12.
I'll be in Cucuta by then.
All right, brother. Y'all got each other number, man. So
Yeah.
I know, right?
all right, peace out, man.
All right,
man.
Rest
all
in
right,
peace,
man.
number
All right,
24
brother.
from Black Mamba. Shout out to
All
Black
right.
Mamba.
Keep all those families in prayer, man. Have a good one, guys.
Right on.
Peace.
Definitely.